Hi, beautiful soul. Welcome to today's video. We are talking about how to go from broke to abundant. Actually, I'm going to share with you my story, how I went from struggling immigrant who moved to the United States with $700, big American dream, and then how I became successful attorney who brought over $20 million to the US economy, later successful coach and published author. And I'm going to give you actually 5 tips that you can implement today if you want to manifest more abundance, more money, more prosperity into your life. Now, before we start, I actually want to invite you to my brand new masterclass called The Heart of Manifestation, because in this masterclass, we're going to dive deeper into these concepts and I'm going to teach you what worked for me during this journey of becoming my next version of self and why the manifestation oftentimes doesn't work. What are the secrets of manifestation? So if you enjoyed this video, I promise you, you are going to love that masterclass. You can sign up. There's going to be a link in description. So let's dive deeper. How I went from this struggling immigrant who literally came to this country with $700, big American dream, and broken English to successful attorney running my own firm who brought over $20 million to the US economy, and then later successful mentor, coach, and published author. Let me tell you the truth. The truth is this. There is no freaking way I could achieve this. No way I could achieve this quantum leap without understanding how energy works, how mindset works. And tell you the truth, I was actually studying very early on these concepts of law of assumption, law of attraction, how the subconscious mind works. And because of this knowledge, I was not afraid to just go for it. So that is the tip number 1 I have for you. And that is to understand that attracting wealth, attracting abundance is really not about going after things, but it's about changing who you are first on subatomic level. Understand that this is the game of energy, if you will, and what is required is to change your mind, open up your mind. In other words, I would even say to change your consciousness and to embody the wealth consciousness. And so during this time of me changing, becoming my new next level version of self, I realized that there are no limits. And there are no limits because everything is energy. And because everything is energy, you can actually form that energy based on your intention, based on your thoughts, the way you think, and then in connection, the way you feel, and then as a result, the way you behave. So for me, I had no fear. I had no fear. And because I had no fear, I was taking steps and actions that often seem ridiculous, that often seem crazy, and that often seem too risky for normal people, the people that I was surrounded by, the people from the environment that I grew up in. All this action that I was doing seemed ridiculous, crazy, and so on. But for me, it was the normal action because it was coming from my next level, next version of self, if you will. So if you want to manifest more wealth and money, you have to stop thinking in the material terms, in the material sense, in the linear thinking. You have to ignore the circumstances. This was the number 1 thing I did. I absolutely ignored the circumstances and I tuned into my vision, the vision that I want to create, the vision that I wanted to manifest. And I would not let it go. I just knew this is me, this is my life, this is my reality, and it will manifest sooner or later. So I was all into this new version of me. I was so consumed by this new vision that I ignored my circumstances because I knew those circumstances were just a reflection of that self that I was before. Number 2, I understood that if I want to open up to next level of me, the next level success, the next level of abundance and wealth, I needed to change my relationship with money and success. It's not just the money, it's also success. And what do I mean by this? Once you understand that money is neutral, it is not negative, it is not positive, it's neutral. And you are the one who is assigning a meaning to it. And that meaning is going to dictate whether you manifest money or success or not. And I understood this because as I was looking back, I would see the pattern. I saw the pattern of my father who, right after communism, decided to start his own business. And that business was super successful until it wasn't. Why? Because the broken legal system in my country ruined his business. Long story short, I would see the consequences of success in the country that is not functioning, the consequences of success when you're surrounded by people with lower level of consciousness and their projection towards you, how that was actually impacting his mental health. And as a result, I was taking this pattern I was downloading subconsciously, which resulted in a fear of success, literally. So on one hand, I was this brave individual taking a risk and super bold. On the other hand, I had this fear of success because I didn't want to end up like my father, someone who was successful and then someone who was influenced by the negativity of the system, negativity of the consciousness in the country, the collective consciousness. And therefore, I was realizing that for me to open up to success, I need to change this pattern of not just my thinking, but the pattern of me, of my vibration, the pattern of the frequency that I was emitting. Practically speaking, I had to realize my limiting beliefs and become aware of my limiting beliefs and then consciously let them go. If there was a fear of success, I had to let it go. If there was some negative limiting beliefs around being rich and abundant and wealthy, it had to go. And one by one, as I was becoming more aware of these limiting beliefs, then I was willingly letting them go and replacing them with new set of beliefs. And like I said, if you actually assign the meaning that is neutral and or you use and decide what meaning you want to assign to money, that is going to help you then build that relationship that is based on the frequency. Money will not come to you if you hate money. It's like you hate your best friend. Why should your best friend come to you if you hate your best friend? Also, if you put it on a pedestal, if you think that it's more than you are actually pushing it away. Everything you put on a pedestal, you are idolizing, it's not real, it's not neutral, you are actually pushing it away. It's almost like an obsession, unhealthy obsession, and that energy is energy of lack. So I had to understand that the meaning I'm assigning to success, the meaning I'm assigning to money is healthy meaning. And so I had to heal that relationship with money, heal that relationship with success, and open up to it. The next thing that I did was to realize that I need to enter the law of circulation because everything is based on energy. There is a circulation of energy in the universe, and what you give comes back to you, and what you receive, you give. So to become a channel, to become a vessel of this wealth and abundance, is to really open up your heart, and that is connected to self-love. So practicing self-love on daily basis became my new norm. This was another thing I did, and should be another tip for you, because if you don't open up your heart, you will block success. And opening your heart is really connected with giving and as a result receiving, and receiving is connected with opening heart, and that is also a result of being able to receive is to be able to give. And so the law of circulation is such that you need to start giving, being of service, because when you give your energy, it comes back to you always. Even though it doesn't look like it, it will always come back to you. Universe is such that it is based on the circulation of energy that is never lost. So the energy sooner or later will come back to you. And so what did I do? Practically speaking, the way I built my law firm was built on service. I started actually serving people. I opened up to serving in ways that other attorneys were not serving. We're talking 2015, 2016. I started my YouTube channel and I was literally providing valuable information. I was serving. This was me giving my energy away and opening up to receiving back. And this is how I was actually changing, impacting people, and literally influencing the field of my my profession. Entering the law of circulation is a must. Many people, they want to make money, they want to receive, but they are not open to actually provide this energy. They don't enter the law of circulation, and then they are wondering why they are not making any money. Well, are you doing something for other people? Like, are you actually giving away energy? Because it always starts with you. So that's one side of the coin. The other side of the coin is to be able to receive, you need to be open. Like I said, practicing self-love. If you have any limitation around receiving because you feel unworthy, this is a big one, or you feel like, who am I to receive so much money, or you feel like it's dirty to receive, anything like that, it needs to go. It's another limiting belief, because you will never receive something that you feel unworthy to receive. You are worthy to receive because you exist. There are no conditions. The conditions that you see are conditions that you are putting in place. It's you who is limiting yourself. So this is another thing I've done. Like, I had to remove all these limitations and open up my heart to receive, to feel worthy to receive this level of success, to feel worthy to live this abundant life. Especially if you're someone who is coming from place background that is poor, it is something that we work with, like all of us. We had to go through this transition and to open up our heart to feel worthy to receive. The next thing I did was to realize that this exchange of energy is almost like perfect balance of masculine and feminine energy. Nothing happens in your life if you don't take action, and that is actually the masculine energy. You can do visualization, you can do the meditation, you can do the scripting, you can do all these manifestation techniques. However, if you don't take action, you will never manifest. So I actually was the action taker. I was someone, and still I am, someone who takes action on daily basis, even though it's not perfect. So this is very important tip that I have for you, because many people, they just don't take action, and then they are stuck, and you are stuck because your masculine energy is stuck. So taking action is vital in this process of manifesting money and success. Because without taking action, you won't get anywhere. I mean, we live in material 3D reality where taking action is part of the manifestation process. And with taking action, your new self identity is solidifying. So by taking action, you are changing yourself. So taking action is a must, and that is the masculine energy, but that should be in the harmony with that feminine energy of receiving. Because if you go crazy and you just take action, you get to this mode of working hard, you exhaust yourself, or you might experience burnout. Been there, done that. So don't go crazy, and keep that in mind, that the balance is a must. It's a balance of feminine and masculine in the manifestation process. And lastly, train yourself to see abundance everywhere. This is literally training of your mind, because what you focus on, you will see more of. So if you right now focus on feeling lack, scarcity, instead of feeling abundance, feeling what you have in your life already and being grateful for it, guess what? If you still focus on the lack, you will attract more lack. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any question, comments, and I'll see you in my next one.